This planner is my best friend. I got it on Amazon. I will put a link in the description, but this is my best friend. Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Adiash Crystal and I'm back with another video. So for today's video, I'm basically going to be talking about just things I wish I knew when I first started college as a freshman, especially in the US, and as an art student, because for those of you who don't know, I attend SCAD, which is the Savannah College of Art and Design in Atlanta, Georgia, majoring in fashion design. So it is an art school, and there's just things I wish I knew before starting off. And seeing that I am officially a junior, which means I have my junior year to complete, and then I'll be a senior and I will officially have my Bachelor of Fine Arts in Fashion. Y'all don't understand how excited I am. Like, these last 2 years went by so quickly. But anyway, without further ado, let's get right into the video. Okay, so I have my list here on my iPad. It's just like 8 things. I may add more while I'm speaking, I may not, but it's basically 8 things that I really wish I knew as a freshman in college. And the first thing on my list is this one, specifically if you're going to SCAD, for sure. You don't have to buy everything that's on all the supplies that's listed on the syllabus. Like, y'all, in my first quarter, I bought every single thing on the syllabus for every single one of my classes. And I took 3 classes. I've been taking 3 classes from start to now. 3 classes every quarter. So I bought everything on the supply list on each and every single one of those syllabi. And boy, when I tell you that was expensive, I probably spent hundreds of dollars on supplies during my first year of college. And thinking back on it now, it's like I really didn't have to, because it's like none of those classes I took during my first year of college were related to my major in any way. It was literally just foundation courses like drawing, art history. What other classes I took? I don't even remember what classes I took during my first year. But it's like the stuff I got for those classes, I don't use them now. Like at the end of my first year, I gave away so many things just because I didn't need it. I never used it and stuff like that. So number one, do not go buying everything on that supply list. Just purchase materials as the quarter or semester goes by. I don't know whether your school goes by quarters or semesters. SCAD, they go by quarters, so just buy as the quarter goes by, because I realize that helps you save a lot of money. I promise you won't regret doing it. Like, yeah, they'll say, oh, bring all of your supplies on the first day of class. They're not gonna ask you for it. They're not. Like, and if they do, even if you don't have it, it's not like they can do anything if you don't have it, you know? So just buy as necessary, as needed, buy as the quarter goes by. Number 2 on my list would be plan your days properly. That way you get a good, this one is especially if you're doing both work and school, you get a good work-life school balance. Personally, I was not working during my first year of college. Now I am. I have been working for quite a while now, and I will say it gets difficult, but plan your days. You get your syllabus in advance, or at least SCAD gives your syllabus in advance, and the syllabus literally tells you when your assignments are due, what assignments you have, and just how the quarter will go by. So if you're fortunate enough to get that, go for that syllabus. When you get it, take a note of all your assignments, due dates, exams, tests, whatever the case may be. Put it down in your calendar, whatever. This planner is my best friend. I got it on Amazon. I will put a link in the description, but this is my best friend. Especially when I have school. I write my work schedule as well as my school schedule in there, as well as any extracurricular activities that I do outside of work and school. And when I tell you it's a blessing, it's a blessing. Like, there's one time I forgot to look at my planner, and when I tell y'all that I regretted that, I regretted it because something had completely slipped my mind, and that ended up bringing down my grade simply because I forgot I had a quiz. And had I looked at my planner, I would have seen that I had that quiz. So if you're a college student and you're working, please get you a planner. It will save your life. And to go a little further in detail with that, when I plan out my assignments and stuff like that, because at SCAD I strictly do projects and assignments. I don't really have exams, I don't really have tests, I don't really have quizzes. So what I do is I will mark the day that the assignment is due, and I will see what my weeks and days look like up until the assignment is due, and I will designate days for me to focus strictly on that assignment. Like, for instance, I know some of you love to party, but me personally, I love carnival. I'm going to go to carnival, and my finals usually fall around carnival. So what I do is I set a schedule. Like, for this year, I went to carnival, but I still completed all of my projects on time, and I got an A in all of my classes. But I was still able to go to carnival and have fun simply because I planned accordingly, and I stuck I wouldn't say I stuck to my plan, but I kind of diverted from that a little bit. But the point is, I created a schedule for me, and I stuck to that schedule as much as I could. Like, yes, sometimes things come up and you can't stick to the schedule, but try your best. You won't regret it, and it will benefit you. I promise you. Like, I promise it helps. Moving on, my third thing on my list would be realize that until you start doing courses related to your major, you're really not going to enjoy your classes at all. Like, my first quarter, I hated it. I really hated my first year. I was like, I can't do this. I don't want to do this no more. I want to drop out, all sorts of things, simply because none of the courses related to my major. And it's like, you have to realize that most times you're not going to be interested in foundation courses, because it's like, why are you taking those courses if they're not related to your major, right? But you just gotta push through and realize it's only for a short period of time. Like, I knew that I would only be taking my foundation classes just for my first year, and by the start of my second year, I would start taking my fashion related classes. And when I tell you I loved the classes that I took for my second year, I absolutely loved them, because everything was just connected to what I do. I enjoyed it more simply because it's what I want to do, it's what I'm interested in. So don't be discouraged by your foundation classes. They're temporary. You're gonna get to the stuff that you like. You're gonna enjoy it eventually. College is not all depressing. Like, it's hard, but you're gonna start enjoying it once you start doing what you really want to do. So, numero 4. Is that how you say it? I don't know. Anyway, number 4 on my list. Please ignore my nails. Like, I'm taking a break. Ignore them. But number 4 on my list is don't let any professor get in your way of success. There's going to be professors that support you 100%, will help you whenever you need it. There's going to be professors that discourage you and tell you you can't do this, you can't do that. Don't let that stop you from going. Like, these professors have their degrees. These professors are getting paid regardless. So don't let them stop you from being great. Like, I remember my first quarter of college, one of my classes was beginner drawing 1, and that's like a beginner drawing class, and I know I can't draw. I never drew in my life before. I mean, yes, I drew, but like, you know. And it's like, no matter how hard I tried and thought that I was getting somewhere, I would always not get the grade that I want. I'm gonna be straight up with y'all. I got a D in that class, and it was just so discouraging to me because I'm like, I have no experience in drawing. This is my first drawing class, and the teacher is telling me I'm not on a first year of college student experience level. And I was just like, I was distraught. Like, I didn't want to do anything related to drawing no more, just because of the feedback I got from that teacher. And I'm like, she was not really helpful at all in any way. And it's like, I tried my best. So it's like, my parents had to basically tell me, like, don't let one professor stop me from being great, because it's like, I know where I come from, I know my experience level. So it's like, just don't let any professor discourage you. Do your best, and at the end of the day, you will know that you did your best, and that's the most important thing. As long as you do your best, you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be all right. You have to start somewhere. So do your best, and then the next time, do better than your best, if that makes sense. But yeah, don't let any professor discourage you. They're getting paid either way. Some of them genuinely do not care about their students. Some of them do care about their students. Regardless of the type of professor you have, just do what you gotta do to get on up out of there with your degree at the end of those 2 years or 4 years, whatever the case may be. Just do you, forget about the professor. And I had to learn that the hard way, so you can take it from me. Now, number 5 on my list would be, and please do not come at me for this one, y'all. Once I learned that, my grades went up. But number 5, I think that's as equally as important as scheduling your quarter. And that is, get sleep. Sleep, sleep, sleep. Sleep is important. Repeat after me. Sleep is important, okay? No more all-nighters. I remember my first year of college, freshman, I would do all-nighters upon all-nighters upon all-nighters. There was one time I was up for 72 hours because it was my finals, and I was traveling back home the day after my finals were over. So I had projects to complete, and at the same time I had to prepare to go back home. So I was up for like a solid 72 hours, barely eating, and just surviving off of mainly caffeine and just trying to get shit done so I can finish off this quarter. Y'all, don't be like me. Don't stay up for 72 hours. Don't stay up for 24 hours. Make sure you get sleep. Like, I know sometimes it's hard to say, okay, I need to stop and get some sleep, but you function better when you're well rested. Your brain operates better when you're well rested. You are able to think clearly when you're well rested. And I noticed that once I started actually sleeping instead of pulling all-nighters, my work improved. And you can see it because I'm gonna tell you straight up, from the time I stopped doing all-nighters, I've been on the dean's list ever since. And that's been consecutive, that's been consistently, and even now it's like I see the change. Like when you compare my first year of college to my second year of college, you can see the change. And I can't stress this enough. Sleep. You need to sleep. Yes, you can stay. I'm not saying you can't stay up late. You can, but just do not try to pull all-nighters. Even if you want to stay up late, like there's times I'll be like, okay, I really need to stay up late tonight, but I'm gonna try to take a nap, take at least an hour, 2 hours rest. That's fine. Just do not, and I repeat, do not stay up for 24 hours. You're only hurting yourself, and professors don't really care. I haven't pulled an all-nighter since it's been a while. Like, I used to pull all-nighters consistently during my first year of college, but my second year of college, not that much. You know what I'm saying? And also, eat. Eat. I need to take that advice myself. But eat. Eat and sleep. Eat and sleep. Stay hydrated too. Eat, sleep, stay hydrated. Must. You must. You must. Next on my list would be, you need to realize that yes, 5 p.m. classes are great. Evening classes are great. You get to sleep all day. You get to do whatever it is you got to do. But if you really have a choice, take them early classes. Unless for whatever reason you have a job that only permits you to take classes in the evening and at night, take those morning classes, take those afternoon classes. Be done with your day by 4 p.m., 5 p.m. You're not gonna regret it. I tried taking only 5 p.m. classes, and that was the times where I would stay up late the most. My sleep schedule was all over the place. I would go to bed at 3 a.m. in the morning, wake up at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. No. Just take that 11 a.m. class if you can. Take that 8 a.m. class. I personally don't do 8 a.m.s because I commute to school. But when I was on campus, I did it once. My only struggle was waking up and staying up in class. Those were my only two struggles when I took my 8 a.m. class. So yes, I didn't go to a couple classes because I didn't feel like waking up, and that's okay. But if you can't take that 8 a.m., take it. Now I strictly aim for 11 a.m. classes and 2 p.m. classes. I don't want to see 5 p.m. classes. Like, I do not want to be getting out of class at 7:30 p.m. I do not want to be ending my day at 7:30 p.m. No. When I end my day at 7:30 p.m., I get home like 8:30, and I don't really relax and get in the mindset of doing schoolwork until like maybe 10 p.m. No. Just take those early classes. You won't regret it. You'll be able to go to bed much earlier, and you'll be able to get so much more done after your classes. Number 7. If you want to do all of your classes in one day, you're like me, you only do 3 classes, and you want to knock out all 3 of those classes in one day, so you only got to go to class twice a week. Just make sure that the workload of the 3 classes that you're taking is manageable, because when I tell you it will be a pain, it will be a pain, because when you think about it, yes, you get to only go to class twice a week. You have the rest of the week to do schoolwork. when you think about it, you get all of your assignments on the same day, and all of your assignments are due on the same day. So that would be the only con to, well, not only, that wouldn't be the only con, but that would be the biggest downside to taking all of your classes in one day. Because it's like, especially if you're taking lecture courses where you have to write papers and stuff like that, I would advise against not doing that. If you're trying to take, if you can do it, by all means go ahead. But me personally wouldn't take 3 classes where 2 of those classes I have to be doing research and writing papers, because at the end of the day those assignments are going to be due on the same day, and that's going to be more pressure on me. So I personally would not do it. I would prefer have those classes on separate days. But by all means, I've been taking all my classes on one day for the last 2 quarters. I've been fine. The workload has been okay. I have no complaints. But the first time I did it, I said never again. But I think that was mainly because all 3 of those classes were in person. So I was in class from like 11 a.m. to 7:30. No, I was in class from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and each class was about 2 hours and 30 minutes long, which is why I believe I hated it so much. But now I do all of my classes in one day by doing 1 online and the other 2 in person. And with that, you have more leeway, because with my online classes, at least you can be asynchronous if you want to, which helps a lot more, because you basically quote unquote work on your own pace, but at the same time you have deadlines to meet still with that asynchronous class. But if you don't have a virtual option of taking, if you don't have the option of taking a class virtually, then just make sure the workload is manageable. Make sure you won't be too tired at the end of the day, and you'll be fine. And then the last on my list, number 4.
Wow, crazy. You're crazy, girl.
What? No, I mean number 8 on my list would be, as college students, we need to as college students, we need to realize that you're not going to be on the same level as everybody, and we all have different experiences. We're all on different levels in each and every single thing. Somebody might be better than you at doing something. You might be better than that person in doing something else. So with that being said, don't let others' work discourage you. They might have been practicing that specific thing for 5 years, whereas you've been practicing for 6 months. 5 years experience, 6 months experience. Don't let others' work discourage you. And I had to learn that while I was taking my drawing classes during my first year, because like I said, I can't draw to save my life. I got better after I took life drawing, but I can't draw to save my life. And I would always compare my work to that of my other classmates' work, because I'm like, oh, their work looks better than me, blah blah blah. But then I had to realize that these people enjoy drawing, 1, and 2, they've been drawing for a majority of their life. I have not. The first time I started drawing was my first year of college. Can't compare myself to that, can I? So just don't compare yourself to other people. Don't let it discourage you. Keep doing what you're doing. You're good at it, and you chose it for a reason. Keep your head up, keep your shoulders up, and keep going. Keep smiling. Smile your way through it all. But to sum up this video, my 8 pointers. Don't buy all your supplies at the start of the school year. Buy as the school year goes by. Plan your days accordingly. Let a planner be your best friend. Realize you're not going to enjoy your foundation courses. You will start enjoying your courses once you start doing courses related to your major. Number 4, don't let professors discourage you. They get paid regardless. Number 5, get your sleep. Sleep is important. Number 6, early classes are better than late classes. I promise you. Number 7, if you want to take all your classes in one day, make sure the workload is manageable. And then number 8, the last one on my list, remember, you're not on the same level as everybody else. Everybody have different experience level. So take it one step at a time. Do your best. Do what you can. You got this. And that's it for today's video. If you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. I hope today's video helped you in some way, shape, or form. To my fellow college students looking at this, we got this. We got this. We're going to finish strong. We're going to earn our degrees and get that bag. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I love you guys. Bye.